And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Aaron Lynch in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On first, they go right back to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Move.
On first down, they run with Howard. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gotta go. Go.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. There we go. You see it?
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
The reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Gotta go. Hey, 18.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again to Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
18.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They go play action. Cousins. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, let it play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Play action now. Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Cook with a first down and much more. And a cutback right sideline. Cook able to escape. And all the way down to the 27. A big play there out of Cook. 47 yards on the ground. So a big play there running right. The DN couldn't get out. They couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, now here we go.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Third and long for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Trubisky to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Cousins, left side caught by Diggs. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Gun. Check me out. We got 3 now. We got to stand. Rhino!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Rhino! Hey, steamer! Black!
On play action, Cousins. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
You see it? You see it? Yep.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They pitch out to Howard. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6, and the Vikings are able to strike for 6.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Because special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop it for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Trubisky to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Hey, 18. Red, up. Move.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give left side to Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry.
They go with Howard again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He leads this one for Howard. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 18. Move.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But Right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll let it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Again, it's Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
18.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of his end zone, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Green. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that's complete. It's Green here. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Rhino!
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Now he'll let it go deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go, run the ball after this. Man, talk.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Howard. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now the Bears going to sit. Signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, we're good.
They go play action. Cousins runs through the contact, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Throwing here, Trubisky. Well, it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. His throw incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the 1st. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Trubisky will throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Trubisky to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
On first and goal, Howard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And Parkey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down. I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote. By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can. Not with my chicken scratch. Not at all. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one. Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for Minnesota, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.